Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream with a very reduced cast due to illnesses.
Yay.
I've got plans. I'm
dying.
still here.
It's called the Avengers spoilers. That's what it's called.
Everybody is down with a case of the end game now. Actually, shit, somebody's clicked their fingers and half the party disappeared.
No.
Don't kill Dumbledore!
Damn it, John! No. I can see John with the Infinity Gun.
Well, I mean, if you check the stream, I'm reaching for my Infinity Gauntlet now.
No! Don't touch it!
Hi, Ben.
I still challenge John to click his fingers with it.
Yeah, it doesn't do finger clicking.
I don't like that noise.
It
Put it back.
It is constant
It.
clicking, like Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist with his fire ability.
Fine, I will do it myself.
I shall do it with the fucking Infinity Gauntlet in hand.
Anyway.
It takes some fucking doing to click in a fucking metal gauntlet.
Yeah, it's impressively done. Shush, Gauntlet. Shush.
Silence, Gauntlet.
Sorry, I just put the batteries in it, so... Like, not just today, yesterday, but...
Stop dying.
Sorry, I'm being challenged by people in the chat.
By the one person in the chat.
By Ben, who is in the chat. To try and hold a mug with the gauntlet.
Don't try to attempt it.
I did. It's working. I can actually drink with the gauntlet. I've not actually got anything in the mug.
Put out the pinky finger. Put out the pinky finger.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There it is. Enjoy that, chat. There we go.
just Thanos with a tiny little China mug.
That's what I think to you, Avengers.
Well,
Anyway.
Anyway.
Fun with the Infinity Gauntlet aside, we are actually here to play some D&D.
It's D&D.
My name is John, and I am joined by Sean.
Hello.
Amy.
No, you're not.
Okay. And Michael is maybe here.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? Oh.
Michael is back from his holiday and has a new accent, apparently.
I was at Yorksford.
Yeah.
They gave us a fun pass at Haven, and I've still got it. So all the family were going on fun pass. Have you got your fun pass? Oh, you can't have fun without your fun pass. And then I turn around the back, and it's expired on the 20th of April. So I'm no longer. My fun pass has expired.
You're no longer allowed to have fun.
The fun has now passed.
But no, actually, it hasn't, because we're going to have fun tonight.
We are going to have... Well, maybe. We'll see.
No,
Yeah.
no, don't say that.
Who can say?
Depends. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Last time on Dragon Ball Z,
Yes.
previously when fun and murder.
Last time on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Card games on motorcycles.
That's 5Ds, you twinkie.
I don't know the difference. Other than one of them plays card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycles.
Just riding along, the car's blowing away. I can't help but think it's an awful idea!
Card games on motorcycles.
I challenge you to a children's card game. Anyway,
Anyway.
this is a fun session. We'll get to D&D at some point, I'm sure, maybe.
Nah.
You must have known that I was trying to really lengthen out the things that happened at the start of this one so that Jeff shows up, and also because Maddie and Sean aren't here because they're on holiday and also out for dinner. separately, not at the same place. And I don't want certain events to occur while they're not here. It's a very different alternate ending to any film. I challenge you to a children's card game.
No, you don't.
Fine. Farmyard Snap.
I was thinking... Yes,
Uno.
that will work.
I play the sheep card. I also play a sheep card. Snap! No.
I play the sheep with a hat.
No!
You triggered my trap chicken.
Wait. That's
If-
not-
If every card game was played with Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think I've already shared a video, at least to Amy, with Uno being played in that style.
Yeah, I've seen that video. My brother...
Imagine playing D&D and like Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime style.
You attack me with your crossbow. Haha! Well, I activate my trap. Turn undead.
My
Call of the haunted.
my brother has a card game in his shop that is like blank cards that you make the rules up on, and one of them is you must play the rest of the cards of this game with overly dramatic anime Yu-Gi-Oh! Style "I play this card" announcements. So that sounds like it would be fun.
Totally approve of that.
Anyway, previously on this game that we're playing now, note to editing self, cut in at 11 minutes.
Previously, it's a game.
You guys fought the ancient pact of Trabrak with the orc tribe of Kalen and Maud. Talon fell quickly in the combat, and the rest of you fought valiantly and defeated the orcs until you got down to the last one who said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Largely when a very large earth elemental just came bounding towards him with his fists held high, he was like, "No, you cool, you got this."
You know what? I reevaluate my life choices.
Oh yeah,
What a pussy orc.
let's fix that as well, because I forgot to do that thing.
Well, shit.
Whoops.
God damn it, John.
I was a little bit waylaid.
You can
I've shared
do
the thing.
it. I
So
believe in you.
I believe in a thing called love.
And no one knows the rest of it. You sleepy? I tuck in.
No, that's gay.
No, it didn't.
No, I've just checked. Check the manual. There's definitely not.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Eeny
following the defeat of the orcs and your victory over them, you went to the Bumbling Monk Tavern. Whereupon you
met a strangely familiar yet somehow different orc.
you met a very interesting orc, and had several rounds of alcoholic beverages, whereupon you spent the rest of the evening drinking and reminiscing about previous drinkings. And then you all went to bed.
And then Arthur was there.
And Arthur was there. That was a thing that occurred. Arthur was there, and we spoke about such fun times as the time that Fenthwick set fire to the shed, and the time that Luna did a thing. Luna had coitus for the first time with a human.
Wait, what?
It was an interesting session.
I heard that, I heard Kalen got some.
And Kaelin and Maud left early, and they got some repeatedly.
They got some repeatedly. I heard about
They
that.
did. They got enough.
And the following morning came... Bad choice of words after that. The following morning broke,
Yes, John, I am deeply disappointed.
and you all woke up, and you stumbled out of your various tents and things, and went to get breakfast.
That's what they call it.
And following the fetching of breakfast from the same strangely familiar orc, you came outside to find floating in the sky, travelling up the road, high above the road, a castle in the clouds, from which was emanating the sound of a draconic scream of pain and agony.
Sounds like
Just
me in the
like
morning.
that.
It's strange how they sound so tiny.
Oh, can we hear that?
Um,
I think Yaghol's hangover from the celebration. Just a question, guys. So from obviously I wasn't it. How badly injured was Yaghol?
He got downed, but
by this point, he will be back to full health.
he'll be at full strength again.
That's good
Yeah.
then. But you know, I'm probably hungover anyway.
You are
Well,
probably all to some level of hungover.
Oh, I can hear screaming outside. What is this? Oh, hang on.
Luna just has her head on the table into like next to the empty plate of meats. Just
Yag just
make
keeps on,
it
smacking
stop.
her. Luna, wake up.
No,
Wake up.
I am awake.
No, you're not. You're Luna.
Go away.
I am Yaghol. Did you enjoy your meat?
Oh.
What did we do last night?
A lot of drinking.
Luna kissed practically everyone.
Ah, there's a small child next to me. Oh, it's Brian. Oh, it scared me. Wait.
I'm taller than you, you muppet.
Well, no, because I'm on the table.
What's a muppet?
I don't know. Maybe it's something that Mouse has. Wait, where's Mouse?
Pulls out a pocket. Hey, he didn't drink. He was good.
I can see the Mouse drinking. I can
Rat
see.
Damon, on the other hand.
Oh yeah, Rat Damon.
Terrible
he's-
drunk.
Rat Damon is shit-faced. He
It's,
was...
just it's like the keg, a size like 6 foot keg. He's like, "Ugh." We won't know the true understanding how powerful Rat Damon is in this.
Rat Damon is MVP.
Oh.
Yes.
Where's Kaelin and her husband?
They've not come with you for breakfast.
Oh, should we
They
go
were
and find?
far too busy doing other things.
Should we go and find them, or would it be a bad choice? I don't know if I want to get. I mean, you know, I don't want to get
just
an axe
wanna
in the head.
Eat.
Yes, Briar. I just pick up Briar with that massive dwarf string. Off to the pantry. Let's go. Briar doesn't know what to do in this situation. It's like a fireman's carry.
Oh
Off we go.
God. That's adorable.
Thanks, Vic. Do you want to get on my shoulders too?
Just clambers onto.
You just go. That's it. I'm carrying you both on my shoulders. Off we go. Off to get to grub. Yeah, off to get to grub. Guys, I'm hungover all the time, so I'm so used to this.
This is my standard state of being.
Look,
That's-
guys.
That's my secret cap.
I just love the idea of Arthur just staring at this, just trying to comprehend, just like, am I dreaming? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, Arthur's got a look on his face of, have they woken me up yet?
Wait, who's Arthur?
Arthur's a ranger.
Oh shit, I forgot about Arthur.
Yeah, not Arthur!
Did I even have a conversation with him?
You
Can't tell. I can't
said
remember.
hi to him, I think.
You were at the table when we were talking and telling of stories and stuff, but
Yeah.
Was I constantly trying to get him into, you know, the religion of that?
Probably.
Well, I hope he's changed his decision.
let's say yes.
Yes!
You were.
It seems likely.
Okay, I hope he's going to join my faith.
Oh well. So,
Right.
so you're saying we hear the... What do we do? Do we hear the castle outside or not?
You hear the sound of a dragon screaming. Just like that one.
Exactly like that. It's uncanny.
It is a draconic scream of pain and suffering. You can tell it's anguish, it's pain, it's
Like a Nazgul.
yeah. It's not like a threatening roar. It's not like a I'm here and I'm in charge roar. It's a please for the love of God stop sticking that in me. That really fucking hurts roar.
What are you going to do with that? In there? No! Can't
Etc. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I suppose you've got to deal with that.
Guess we've got to roll something.
I suppose.
Fight the entire castle. Come on.
Can we investigate like where it's coming from, or do we know where it's coming from?
I know it's coming from the sky.
There's a castle in the sky.
There's the castle in the sky.
There is a castle suspended in the clouds, so there are like two clouds under it, and then the castle sprouts out of it as if the clouds were solid ground.
I'll ask Arthur if Eve's ever seen this before.
It's the castle of a cloud giant, I can tell you that much.
Do they normally just fly in like this?
The giants have been more active recently.
Yeah, we're aware.
Yeah. We kind of. Yeah.
Excuse me.
How do we get up there?
Flying?
Flying or a very long ladder.
Well, we do have an airship, but obviously we can't, to get.
Broken.
Yeah, I'm telling him. Don't mess with Yaghol that's hungry. As I was rudely interrupted. We do have an airship, but it got damaged when we went to go and see some other ice giants, and they destroyed our airship, and we need to get it fixed. So maybe it can get that higher. Maybe we can,
Well,
get it fixed, and we can go up there.
Fancy, can't you fly up there?
I can.
Okay, that's the better option.
And I believe Kaylin probably can if she has polymorph today.
She's a sorcerer.
She
And
always has that.
I don't know about Luna. I don't know if she has any sort of fly spells or.
It's not within my wheelhouse.
Well, that's
She's still unconscious in the tent. She just left her. She just left her.
No, she comes up behind you holding her head. I can't fly, no.
Oh, bless her. I mean,
So,
is it worth it though? To actually go up there and have a look.
well, we are supposed to be dealing with giants and shit. That's giant.
Yeah.
And at this point, Maud and Kaelin start approaching you from the tent.
Oh, hi, Maud and Kaelin, there's something up in the sky!
Maud looks up. Yes, that appears to be a castle. And he is holding Kaelin up. She's got her arm around his shoulder. Her eyes are solid bronze.
Oh, woo.
Oh.
Maud turns back to look at you. Something is wrong with Kaylin.
What?
She
Why?
the
I mean,
screaming. It's
Who's screaming?
the dragon.
Oh, oh shit!
They are they must share some form of lineage.
Is she said anything about it? Is she okay? He kind of like goes up to her, just kind of like pat, like can't obviously get to the face, but kind of like just pats hand or something.
She looks to you and just like looks to you with dragon eyes and looks slightly past you as if looking to where you should be but missing a little bit, as if she's not quite seeing here fully. It's in such pain.
Oh,
We have to help it. And then vomits.
Lovely.
okay.
What are we doing then, guys?
Looks like we've got to go and save whatever dragon that is. I'm hoping it's a good one.
Hang on a second.
Oh no, Briar is not still poisoned.
Since
I haven't saved the dragon since I was a little toddler.
right,
Don't
since since my favorite enemy is dragon, can I do
Yes.
the intelligence check thing just to see if I know what the fuck's happening?
You can do, yes. Let me get some information.
It's advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about them. Well,
Okay, make me
Oh,
an
that's a good-
intelligence check to recall information about the dragon.
my intelligence is +1, so this is gonna be good.
Ah, well,
You know the dragon's blood type.
His favourite food is briar.
its favoured food is Briar's, specifically.
Specifically, people called Briar. It's weird.
From the noise being made, it's an adult dragon.
Okay.
Which makes a certain amount of sense. It's a large enough dragon that it could be caught by cloud giants, but not so large that they would have trouble with it.
Can they ride it?
In theory, if they were able to, they could. It might be a bit small, but small cloud giants could. Small cloud giants can just fly. So.
Yeah.
Oh, can they? Oh, I never knew that. Oh my god, they can fly. That's even better. So these dragons are like horses to them, basically. They carry like goods. Kind of like that.
From the way that it is affecting your friend,
Yeah.
you work out that you can deduce with the intelligence check and the fact that it's affecting Kaylin that it is probably a bronze dragon.
Thought so. But whatever's up there, that's an adult dragon.
Well, looks like we've got to kick the shit out of some giants then.
What? Now, or should we restock, so to speak? Because
Well,
if we're going up there, I don't have very many arrows left. I might need to restock.
Well, we've just become the heroes of the arena here. Just kind of shouts out in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
My friend needs arrows.
All these orcs just slowly just give us everything that they have. Please.
The orc from the tavern just comes out and it's over that way.
Thank you. Toddles off.
Follows.
Wow. I never knew Fenwick had so much pride.
Oh yeah. Come on, Arthur. You can stock up with me.
Just kind of every orc he passes on the way is arrows. Doesn't work. Point. Arrows. Arrows. Points until he gets kind of almost laser guided to where the arrows can be found.
You just get straight pointed to Galgrosh's arrow shop.
It just supplies arrows, like
Archery and
arrows.
archery supplies.
Arrows, crossbow bolts, extra strings.
Yeah,
stuff that
bows.
we need.
Your one-stop shop for all your archery and archerizing needs.
Like those arm guards you wear when you're first training.
I could do with some more bolts, actually.
Well, this then is the shop for you, because they have both those things.
We get a discount.
Galgrosh says, "Don't push your luck."
Love it.
Um,
Rose.
let me have a quick. I think it's 1 gold piece for 20 arrows.
Okay, so he wants to buy some. I know already.
Aye.
I'll give you the money if you get it for me. You can tell she just doesn't want to do it herself.
Why don't you want to do it yourself?
You could recall from a past time that she doesn't like dealing with. I don't like her.
Yes. In which case, Fenthwick takes the money,
Sean,
takes
how many
her
do you...
hand, and leads her to the shop.
Hey, wait, no.
You'll be. I'll take the other hand, okay? I'll take the other hand. Come on.
Sean, can you just check how many
Yes.
crossbow bolts you get in a bundle of crossbow bolts?
I think it's 20.
I know it's 20 arrows, but I don't know about crossbow
I'm
bolts.
pretty sure it's the same with crossbow bolts as well. I'm just to check.
Cool. Either way, it's 1 gold piece for a bundle of crossbow bolts and a bundle of arrows.
What the fuck? I will
Yeah,
take a lot of
crossbow
them.
bolts bundle of 20 for 1 gold.
Cool.
I'll take 5.
Meanwhile, if you had blowgun needles, you could get 50 of those.
50.
50 blowgun darts.
Nice.
But blowguns do vastly less damage.
Hence, you get 50.
Can I take 5 bundles of arrows then?
Yeah, you basically clear Galgrosh out.
Wait, I need some. I've got 15 bolts, so maybe you can have some more.
So
You can take some. You can buy some bolts if you want.
So if I take how much are they?
It's 1 gold piece for 20 bolts.
1 gold piece for 20 bolts. I'll do that. I'll take 20.
Okay, so mark that you've got 20 more crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Briar, you take 5 bundles of 20, so you've got 100 arrows.
Yep.
I could see Brian just holding them all like that.
Why can't I hold
My
all these
queen is very
arrows?
big.
You know when you in Skyrim when you put too much and then you get encumbered, you just see Brian slowly walking. You're right, Brian.
Slow walking away.
I love the image of like she puts the quiver on her back and you can tell it feels heavy, and then she just gives 1 arrow to Arthur and she's like, "Oh, that's better."
And Arthur says, "I'm sworn to carry your burdens."
No arrow to the knee joke.
That's why I went for the fucking less used Lydia whenever you seem to fucking talk to her kind of thing.
What do you need? What do you
I'm
need to
sworn to carry your
I'm
burdens.
sworn to carry your burden in kind of a condescending way.
So Kaelin and Maud will come up, and Maud is effectively saying, between the two of them, they have come to the agreement that Kaelin probably can't come with you for this particular thing until the dragon that is affecting her is
Stop.
freed.
Yeah.
But that she can help you And she casts flight at 5th level.
Woo!
Ooh.
What the fuck
Um,
does that do?
We
when
fly.
you when
I
you
think
cast
it's
this
just a-
spell, you can target one additional creature. So she can target 3 people with flight.
Okay.
So that sorts out some of us.
She warns you that it only lasts for 10 minutes, so you might need to find your own way back down again.
Shit.
Well, by that time, we'll have a freed dragon. So,
Mm.
And hopefully you'll be on the castle in that time.
We've got to be very fast.
Because
Then-
if not, hopefully you're over something soft.
then I need to make a split-second decision. Do I use polymorph to turn into something pretty big, or do I use one of my beast shapes to turn into a fairly large avian creature? It's just one person. Well, question, no, it's like 2 people we need to move, isn't it?
Talon can't obviously polymorph himself.
No.
And Luna can't polymorph or fly herself, so...
But 3 of them have flight on them.
But 3 people can be flying.
So which 3 people are flying?
I don't know.
Talon will raise his hand.
So
Luna will point out that maybe if you carry Briar or Yaghol, that would be easier than trying to carry Talon or her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so it's between Briar and Yaghol as to who gets the other flight.
Who gets to fly and who's being carried by me? It's up to you two.
There's also
You
the
could take-
pixie dust if we want to try that.
There is also the pixie dust,
There is also the pixie dust.
which I have barely used. So,
been-
in which case, Fenwick could then go, "Oh, I got this thing," and then pulls out his pixie dust.
Which it leads me to look up what the rules for that were.
Oh shit.
It's like a D100, and like the majority of it is fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just what that majority is. I'm also now having the pixie dust song from the Peter Pan play that goes wrong going around in my head.
Oh yeah. I love
Pixie dust magical effects.
that.
1 to 70, the creature gains a flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes.
And don't say the others.
And so I have a 70% chance of it.
How tall is this castle as well? 'Cause we got.
We'll say for the purposes that for the next hour or so, it's not moving very quickly. For the next hour or so, it will be within range for you to fly to it under a flight spell.
That's good.
Well-
That's all that matters.
Why don't me, Talon, and Luna take the fly? Yarko rides on Fenwick's back, and then if we need a ride down and we don't have the dragon, we can use the pick.
I agree on that. Or you never know, there might be something on the castle that can. Go down.
There
Yeah.
might be something on the castle that helps get down.
They might have a dragon,
They might have a dragon, they might have griffins, they might have...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
a giant that can take us down there.
Yeah, just ride a dragon down. Not dragon, giant. That's
A
the one.
giant. Yeah. You just have to threaten them.
But either way, let's stop flying.
Right, well, in that case, I think it's best to use a beast shape to turn into, I don't know, giant raven.
Yay, giant raven! Yay.
So Fenwick just...
which, by the way, John, I have found the most amazing app in the world.
Oh, is it the Beast Shape Tiki Box app?
It is the Druid Shape 5e app.
Yeah. I
So
saw about
literally-
that.
I was literally going through, like just apps, trying to get my new phone like up to snuff to how many apps I had on it before, and I found this one. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, this is what I need.
This is precisely what I've been looking for.
So yeah, I don't have to keep going onto that fucking spreadsheet I made now. So yay.
Okay, so you all take flight. And you move at full speed towards the castle. How are you approaching the castle?
I'm singing castles in the sky. Oh, tell me why do we build castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why.
Kind of loosens his grip slightly, so it looks like about to. It feels like he's about to drop Yaghol.
Oh, tell me why.
So you approach. I can show you this.
Show us if there's a castle, like if there's like an actual structure, then we can see where we can land.
I think I can show you this without it showing you all of the secret GM notes.
Oh no!
Holy fuck!
Lynn Armand.
So this is the castle as you crest up and get above it. This is the castle. Let me put this in such a way that the stream can also see it.
Okay. It's obviously the top of the tower is where the baddie is, where the boss is. Okay.
So basically, as you approach it, you've got a castle with a sort of 3 large central towers. The tops of the 3 towers in the castle have grass and greenery and gardens on them. At the front of the castle is a bridge that extends to a gatehouse. And this particular shot is showing it to you from the back for reasons of I don't know why they didn't show you a front approach of the castle.
So this is the back of the castle.
So this is looking at it from behind.
So does that mean that the gateway, that 2-pronged bit, that's the entrance?
The 2-pronged bit, it leads up to the front door of the castle.
Okay, so we're definitely going down the back, aren't we, guys?
So are you going in? Are you landing in either of the gardens or any of the 3 gardens? Are you landing in? There's an open.
There's a little observatory, like a greenhouse thing.
Yeah.
That's a greenhouse.
Because we could land at the bottom and then climb up the grass bit, or should we just land it at the top bit?
I think we should explore as much as we can.
Explore it, so bottom and up.
Yeah.
So are you going to try and land in the open courtyard area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm just trying to say that Fenwick would be kind of like looking out to see if there's any sign of, I'm assuming, giant guards around.
Whilst we're on our flying creatures, our avian creatures, can we make like a check to see if there's anything there, like if we're safe to land?
Well, you aren't on flying creatures. You are on a flying Sean. You're on a flying Fenwick.
I'm on a flying Sean.
The others are just propelling themselves through the air Superman style.
Okay, so we can hover basically. Me and Sean are hovering.
You can all hover.
Okay, so should we make a check to see if there's no guards, as Sean's Fenwick has just said? Is that the best option? Because do we really want to fight as soon as we get on this?
I mean, I'm thinking fighting is going to be inevitable regardless, but if we can avoid it for as long as possible, that'd be good.
Perhaps.
So you can all make me perception checks.
Do we have to?
No, you don't have to.
But I want.
If you want to see if there's a, well, that's a thing.
God damn it.
Well done.
Good job.
I see what the big boss man's underpants are.
That's great. He's not wearing any.
No!
Bear with me several seconds.
Bear with me.
That's one more natural 20 for you guys.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to quickly update my spreadsheet.
Yes. You look down into this courtyard, and I just need to double check several areas of the castle.
What can I see?
What do you see? What is that number? What is that? Oh, that's that number. So as you're looking down, there's nobody in the courtyard, but you can all see on the wall of the courtyard two cloud giants that are currently looking through very giant telescopes towards the ground. They aren't looking up, or they would have noticed you.
Thank
Oh, shit.
God.
So looking at technically looking at the courtyard.
They are looking down off of the back of the castle, basically looking at the ground that the castle has just covered.
Right. Okay.
They're like looking over the parapets. Not
They're looking over the parapets
Looking
down onto the ground below.
Okay, so they might not see us.
So if you approach from above, they might not see you. Ben has returned.
Woo, Ben! So
that's this approach. Would you like to also use those? Would you like to percept other spaces of the castle that you might want to land upon?
Why not? I think we need to, because think about it, guys. This is a very small castle. If we make any alert, there's going to be everyone after us. Okay.
to me, specifically me.
Specifically you. If they find you, they're going to shoot you down.
Yeah, and then we got two falling little people. Anyway, I really should have turned into. Never mind.
I really should have got a parachute.
No, I suddenly thought that I turned into a raven where I could have turned into an air elemental, and I would have had more HP.
Oh dear.
And still would have been able to fly. So it's probably a good idea to quickly try and perceive like some of these gardens to see if they're a bit more of a better place to land, or
Yeah. But
I obviously on a time limit because these guys only have like 10 minutes of flying, so just like very quick once around.
Very quickly circle the place once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking, we'll keep your perceptions there on the good side of things, so we'll let you keep those.
Thank you, John.
On the port side of the castle,
Yep.
Is that Domi McDomeson or is that other side?
that is the side not dome.
Okay.
That is the anti-dome side.
The not domed side. There is grass. There is birdmen.
Saul Birdman.
There are 6 human-sized birdmen perched on the battlements. 3 of them are perched and facing outwards. 3 of them are perched and facing inwards. Do you want to make me a nature check real quick?
Nature. This is where I fail miserably at nature.
I'm assuming no. Nature.
I got 0 in nature, but let's see how it goes.
Oh.
So actually, let's just roll for the people who aren't here. Who might be able to verbalize things.
Yeah. Because at the moment, I know this shit, but you guys don't.
Guys, in the picture, there's like right underneath the greenhouse. Are they 2 doors or are they windows?
Yeah, I was
not
going to
that.
question that, but
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
thinking,
that's a thing.
would they
Hey,
be
Sean.
windows that we can slide in?
They have flown up to the castle and they are currently looking to see the best point to land upon. Kaelin has stayed on the ground, and Luna is currently being played by me, and everybody's failing horribly at nature rolls.
I didn't.
Everybody except for Sean is failing horribly at nature rolls.
You know, the guy who can't verbalise anything currently.
You've not missed much yet, is where we're going with this. Sean,
Yes.
Fenthwick knows that these birdmen are Aarakocra,
Yes.
but nobody else does.
Ooh.
You can.
So you just see me and my giant raven form just nodding sagely to myself.
Oh, yes. There are also several fruit trees growing in the garden, as well as a large pumpkin patch with giant pumpkins.
Pumpkin!
And you fly around the castle, and on the other side, this is now domed side.
Yes.
You see again a lush green lawn dotted with trees and piles of rocks. A hedge divides this yard, and inside the smaller half is a black and white marble chessboard with human-sized chest pieces that appear to be suits of armor.
Oh, that'd be good to hide it. Just pretend to be a chess piece.
And then there is in the other half of the garden is a large greenhouse.
Excuse me.
And inside the greenhouse you can see a cloud giant who is tending to his flowering plants and herbs.
He's distracted, so we could go there.
So,
I think
And
so.
then, if anything bad happens, we can disguise ourselves as chess pieces.
so outside opposite the thingamadoodle, the dome, we've got Aarakocra and
Yep.
shenanigans.
Yep.
We got a couple of guys guarding the little courtyard at the very back.
Yep.
What was domed side again?
So dome side, you've
Dome
got
side
the
was,
chessboard,
Chessboard and a guy tending to plants.
and that's in the dome. The dome is a
That's it.
greenhouse. It is filled with a riot of herbs and flowering plants, and a cloud giant who is tending to them. The front approach,
Probably not the best.
there is a gatehouse with a long, thin bridge connecting it to the front of the castle. You can spy down on the bridge two, for everybody else, birdmen, for Sean, Aarakocra, standing at the gate with their weapons prepared.
Oh shit.
And then at the gatehouse are two whirling tornadoes with dark masses within their form that appear to be eyes.
Oh, woo.
Oh, woo.
Oh,
And then, for the sake of being complete and looking at everything, the top level, the third garden, is again grass. There is a 3-story tower with a conical roof that juts upwards and outwards from the southeastern wall of the castle and raises another 120 feet up into the air. There are trees and shrubs that sprout from the ground of this garden, and you can see the top of a wrought iron spiral staircase that descends into the ground. Perched on the battlements are more birdmen. And again, half of them are facing outwards and half of them are facing inwards.
So, top level, quite heavily guarded.
Very guarded. So the best option would be the greenhouse.
Greenhouse or courtyard, because there's only like 2 guys down there.
That are not looking at us. So they're not looking at the courtyard, are they? So.
No.
And then we can sneakily go into the room, can't we?
Yeah.
Try at least.
But
Where are we landing?
There's 2 guys versus 1 that's distracted.
Harumph.
I think the greenhouse.
Same.
Greenhouse is probably the least defended, so probably.
It's pretty.
Okay, let me find the greenhouse map and put you guys all on it.
Greenhouse.
I've still got my daisy chain that you made me, Brian.
Aw.
I don't know if it's withered or died, but you know, it's still there. It's still
Probably
there.
has by this point.
Flower crown. Here we go. Flower crown.
Flower crown.
Imagine if it's
Briar, Luna,
Oh, not me.
Yaghol,
yes.
Fenthwick,
Hello.
and Talon. All of you get onto this map.
Hooray!
So whereabouts, like, where precisely would you like to land? You've basically got the whole of the garden is split into 2. You've got the side with the chessboard and the side with the greenhouse.
Yeah.
So do you want to land near the chessboard?
I'm thinking. I mean, we don't want to. I'm just trying to think. Do we want to take anyone out, or do we want to go sneak?
I mean, if this guy's distracted in the greenhouse, we literally could just kind of like bounce and go straight in.
Just like Kalen did.
Because if we can avoid conflict wherever possible, that's probably the best option.
I mean, let's see if I have any knockouts.
I mean, we could probably take him, but at the same time, we don't really know what the hell this castle has in store.
Exactly. So we want to be.
It could be the very castle itself could just wake up and just hit us with fucking sticks.
Okay,
Exactly.
I'm going to place you on the map vaguely, and then you can replace
Then we can
yourself.
see.
Here is
Okay.
the map.
We've been placed vaguely.
You guys are way over here.
Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good where we are.
What's with the fucking chessboard?
There's a giant chessboard.
It's a giant chessboard.
Giant chessboard. They were like human-sized pieces.
Yep. All of the pieces look to be suits of armor.
I see.
So
So we.
are we going to try and kick the shit out of this guy, or are we just going to bounce and go straight through this door?
I don't.
What about this door here?
Is that
That
door,
is
or
a
that
window.
I'd say
That
make
is a
this-
window.
Make
Okay.
as least fuss as we can.
Let's go have a look. Can we look in the window? I mean, okay, you know, if I can go over here.
One moment. Let me look at how tall the windows are.
Oh yeah, I just realised that.
Okay.
I might need a
Here's the
box.
problem. I think the tallest one here is like 5'8". We are all tiny.
We're gonna have problems opening these doors as well.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Oh no, it's the end game spoilers.
Ceiling, floors, windows. Give me windows. Tell me about the windows. Well, the doors are 27 feet tall. The door handles are a mere 12 feet up.
Only 12 feet up.
So the arrow slits are 10 feet tall and 10 feet off of the floor.
We got a
So-
problem here.
So no,
So
let me
that's-
through a window.
That's 10 feet off of the floor.
So if they're 10 feet off the floor, can we just go through the crack of the door? We can just crawl underneath.
1 minute. No.
Okay.
The doors go to the floor.
Okay. Guys,
Yar.
what do we do? I think I think we should go at least take him out. There's
I don't
5
wanna
of us.
cause too much trouble though.
We don't know if these guys are friends or foes, do we?
Well, the problem is that if we try and take this guy out, who's to say the noise isn't gonna alert more people?
Talon has a special move that just kills him in one go.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
just
Talon,
you have your signature move.
I
Talon.
mean, I do like to
Stop
insert.
shoving Talon to giants.
Right, John's gonna be Talon for a second. I want to hear this.
Sorry, I'm just speaking to the actual Talon.
Oh, you're speaking to...
I can try, but he is a giant, and they tend to be quite
You
hardy.
won't try. You will.
And if I
Do or do not. There is no try.
do not, we get crushed into paste.
That is true.
He does get crushed into paste around giants a lot.
Well, we can just glue you back together.
Paste, Briar. Paste.
Well, we can use the paste to then glue him back together.
Sludge. He's nothing. He's
Then
just...
And we can bottle him in a jar and throw it at the enemies. Either way, he's still going to be useful.
That's it. That's the spirit, Briar. Even though that we're on a floating castle waiting our doom, we're still having fun.
Yeah, why not?
I think let's go for the door then.
Alright.
Let's go stealthy. Okay.
Dun dun. Where are you going?
I'm going. This is the door.
Wait for Fentwick to do his passive out trace thing. It'll be easy.
Too late. He's already gone. I was going to say, but too late.
What was you gonna do?
I was going to cast Pass Without a Trace, which would then give you a +10 to any stealth rolls. Because I'm assuming John is going to ask for a stealth roll to get to that door.
You know what? I might just do that thing.
Go on.
Shit.
Cast passive out trace.
Says the person that can't stealth. I bash everything and fall over things. Remember the
I will cast Pass Without a Trace through my Staff of Wonders.
Woo!
Wait, you activate your spell card?
I do.
Yeah.
I'll just click it in the thingy, but then I'll put my spell slot back up.
Alright.
Ooh.
Okay. How do I... I'll just have to roll that.
How the fuck?
Ooh, up to an hour as well.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a good spell.
It is a good spell. That
You-
I have free access to, but never use.
Yeah. Just as well I reminded you. Eh?
No, I was literally going to say, I'm going to post now, and then everyone started walking off, so okay.
So now we can
So now stealth.
That is 29.
So-
Holy shit.
So Talon rolls a 39.
And disappears.
I roll a 22.
You disappear more.
Right, hang on.
Let's see how Luna does.
Ooh.
21?
It is a 21.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, she got 20. Oh, okay.
Right, don't fuck this up.
Go on, Jacob.
Yeah! Nice
That's a
move.
30.
We're all good then.
You're stealthy. You think you're fine.
Ah,
So,
right. Scatter. Oh,
He's
the
moving.
giant moved.
Yeah, I like it.
He's deadheaded in the rose bushes.
this is where we look in, like he's not actually tending him, he's actually being attacked.
No, he is, as you look at him, he is walking around and tending to various plants. Make me
Okay.
perception checks. Anybody who feels like looking at him, actually.
You like looking at him.
Why not? Why don't we just go ahead and perceive a thing? No.
So, Briar,
Yeah?
You as you're stealthily creeping across, keeping low to the ground, and apparently just stealthing into the B team game.
Yeah.
You look across and you see that he's stroking the plants, and the shrubs are reacting the same way that they you've seen them react to Fenthwick and his magics.
Aww. Yeah,
In other words, they're
like those
animate.
plants. Yeah.
So if
Don't
we got in
worry.
there, I wouldn't doubt that we'd been attacked by them.
Good. Well, I've got abilities, which means fuck them. So.
Can we check the whole of the lot before we go in? And the other question is, John, is this? I take it this door's not locked.
This door doesn't appear to be locked.
Okay. Can we look through the peephole then?
It is 12 feet off the ground.
Okay, guys, on the shoulders now.